Hey guys, it's your fairy god Poppy here, and this is the first video I'm uploading on this channel. Yes, I've worked very hard on this video. In fact, I recorded this so many times, I can't even count anymore. But I was having some microphone troubles because this is like the first time I'm really using this Blue Yeti microphone, like today. But I mean, I tested it before, but today it just started like going whack, so I had to fix some stuff, and I guess I have a solution. Who knows? I know I'm gonna improve later on, but I'm eager to talk about this subject. So, as the title suggests for this video, is it okay to use reference pictures, and is it okay to trace? Okay. Let's get onto the reference pictures first. Now, is it okay to use reference images? Yes, it's 100% okay to use reference images. Like, it's different to trace, because you're using a reference image and you're just sort of like eye copying that, like you're eyeing it down, trying to break in the shapes and all that, you're practicing and all that. So yeah, of course it's okay to use reference images, because sometimes if you don't know how to draw a baseball or something, or a hand, you'll just go on Google and there's a picture of it, So, it's not bad to use reference images. I mean, we all use reference images to practice. Like, how else are we able to do art? Like, like, how else are we gonna draw when we don't see things? Like, that makes no sense, right? That's why reference images are a good tool for artists to use. Now, that out of the way, I'm pretty sure we can all agree that, yeah, it's completely fine to use reference images, but it is not okay to trace over other people's work. And I agree with that. It's not okay to do that. Now let's get into the subject of, is it okay to trace? Now, it's very taboo to trace in the art community, as from what I can tell, because imagine your artwork, like your best art piece, getting traced by someone else and no one calls them out for it. Of course you're gonna feel bad. Now, here's another thing. I mean, people use tracing sometimes for practice, and that's understandable, but it kind of depends on how you practice with tracing, because you can't be dependent on tracing, if that makes sense. Because tracing is literally copying line for line with something. Like, you put a piece of paper on another piece of paper, like sort of copying, not like eyeing it down. And depending on, I know that some artists are okay with people like using their work, especially like younger artists, where they do, some traces and whatnot, but it also depends on artist rules, as long as you credit the artist. Like, for example, if you draw something from another artist, make sure to, credit them. Or like, if it's something similar to something like an artist drew already, make sure to credit them. Like, even if you have an inspiration from something and it's not really similar to a picture, it's always okay to credit someone else for something if you're inspired by someone else, And we also have to remember that there are things called templates out there. Like, the templates that some people use to draw. And for today's video, and I'm making a series of me using templates to draw some stuff, so I think it's okay. I mean, of course it's okay to use templates as guides to draw these pictures, obviously, because that's what they're meant. That's what the purpose of templates are. And templates aren't exactly like someone else's OCs, or other artworks. It's just a template for everyone to use to guide them or trace over to make their own art pieces in their own art style. So it's not exactly tracing someone else's own style or someone else's own poses or, that sort of thing. I think templates are totally fine, but also, I don't think, however, there is a line with that when it comes to commissions. Yes, I mean, you can use reference images when you do commissions, but I don't think it's a good idea to trace over things for a commission, because the person who requested your artwork for them, they expect an art piece from you, and they don't really expect you to trace over something unless if that's what they want. Such as, I know some people request artists to trace over Lil Uzi Vert's album, like Lil Uzi versus the World Part 2 or something like that. This album cover, I forgot which one it was, but some people want to trace over Lil Uzi Vert and with their own OC or with themselves in it for a profile picture or so. And that, I mean, we all know whose album that is already, but it's kind of iffy right there. But I don't really, I think it's okay, because it's not it's, Lil Uzi Vert is iconic and people already know who he is, and he's pretty famous and everything. But of course, I know everyone has different opinions on that, and you can comment them down below, because I would love to see how you guys also feel about this. But please do not attack me for some opinions I have of this, because I'm just trying to make this a safe space and to open up this discussion of tracing and using reference images and whatnot. So I think that using tracing on templates is okay, because I found this template on Pinterest, and there's a comment section down where people show their works that they used the template with. So something like what I didn't comment on that post, but well, it's okay. And the thing is I still it's kind of embarrassing to admit, but I still kind of struggle on drawing romantic poses. Yes, I know. Oh my god. I know. Oh, who is she? But I like to make romantic stories, but it's kind of difficult for me to do romantic poses, so I just kind of wanted to use this time to practice on that. But not only that, I've also kind of had an art block lately, because I've been so depressed over quarantine, and it's just, I don't know what else to draw, and I feel just looking up templates on Google just, helps me get back into the spirit of drawing on my own, So I think templates can even be useful for people who've been drawing for years. But, the person who made the template is @Zuin_03, but I don't know what site they're on, because I checked Twitter and Instagram if they were active on there, and I couldn't find a specific account. I found a Twitter account, but I don't think that's the person who drew the template. But one clue that I do see is that the person who they put their signature at the top, but they also wrote it in Korean. So if you know this person or their recent account, please tag it in the comments as well, because crediting is a good thing. Because even when you use templates, make sure to credit if there is someone's user on there, because it's a nice thing, right? It's morally correct to do, I guess. But if you find a template that doesn't have the person's @ on it, try to find another template that's similar to what pose you want to do, or you think would be a nice idea for what you want to draw. And if you can't, well, tough luck, but I guess you can still draw on it, but just show that you use that template, if that makes sense. Because I don't think you want people to get mad at you. But, you know, everyone has different thoughts on these, but I feel like this isn't really morally, like, wrong. It's only morally wrong if you try to profit off of it, or if you try to, you know, claim it as your own when it's not. Like, for me, like, I'm kind of like a documentary type of person. Like, I like to list down what I do specifically. I mean, not what I do specifically, but like, I like to put things down in detail to let people know, like, specific things that are on this. Like, for example, the two characters I drew are Ether and Kaya, because I've been into Genshin Impact lately and I ship them now. But I also used a template underneath the drawing that I have, so you know, I just said the person's at, but that's, you know, I just want people to know. And when I posted on Instagram, I forgot to put the second picture next to it, so I didn't record the line work, I just recorded the coloring. It was because I forgot to record, and oh my god. Anyways, I hope this art drawing work that I did satisfies your eyes anyways. But I wanted to open up a discussion about this, and I want to know your thoughts in the comments. Of course, if there's anything you want me to hit on next time, I will. I'm doing a series of me drawing on templates, making fan art, or OC drawings, mostly fan art for now, that are coming on its way. I recorded the other recordings, like, for this video on Christmas, and now it's not Christmas anymore, so RIP. But I just want to let you know, Merry Christmas, like, Merry late Christmas, I guess. I'm sort of new to YouTube, so sorry that, you know, if I don't get a huge following or whatever, I mean, I'm not expecting to, that you're not getting this on time, but just know that I love you. I mean, I probably do. I'm joking, I do. I love you. But I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and I'll talk more about this in my next video because I'll have more time to talk about it. But this is just like a vague, brief description of my thoughts on the subject of reference images and tracing. And of course, I'll also be making another video about just me ranting about how I love Genshin Impact. So I know there are a lot of artists out there who like to listen to these voiceovers because they like to draw while listening to people talk about this. So I hope you guys do that as well, because I do. But just if you can you like tag me on Instagram your artworks that you draw while you listen to me, because I would love to see that. Anyways, I hope you liked this video, and Merry Christmas. Love you all. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.
All I care about is face, titties, booty, and your toes. Ugly guy came in, did game malicious. If I come over, better know I'm on a mission. Booty so delicious, but your toes look suspicious.